YouTube, what's going on? Your boy T Davis is back, and we are breaking down the best new defense in Madden 22. This defense has taken the community by storm. You see all the pros running it. I was commentating the Madden Bowl, $1 million tournament we just finished up, $1 million Madden tournament, and we saw pretty much everyone running this defense. So you guys definitely want to get this out there, whether you're playing regs or you're playing Madden Ultimate Team. This is one of the best defenses in the game. We're going to break it down to perfection here. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you want the best pro Madden player tips. I also provide some daily fantasy sports content as well. Follow me on all my social medias at TDavisBrand on everything. Instagram, Twitter, on TikTok as well. Follow me on all those social media platforms to get all my content. I'm always talking about sports and Madden and things of that nature. So check me out all over there. Like I said, subscribe to the channel. Smash this video with a like if you want more videos just like this. Really helps me out in the algorithm so I can keep providing the best tips possible here on the channel. And hit me with a comment down below. What do you guys think of this defense? Are you guys running it? What have you seen from it? Any adjustments you'd like to make out of it? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, we also have a 32-team free ebook series that's been going crazy. Check that out on my channel as well. We just finished the Dallas Cowboys offensive ebook. We're going to be breaking down ebooks for every single offensive playbook in the game. So check all those out on the channel. Appreciate the support, man. We just passed over those 10K subscribers. Of course, we're going to keep this thing growing, trying to get to that 100K at some point down the road. So I appreciate all the support. It's been amazing. Like I said, hit me with a like, comment, and subscribe. Helps me out a lot. All right. So let's get into it here. Breaking down the big dime 2-3-6 will formation, okay? So it looks somewhat similar to the 1-4-6. So obviously you see them scrolling over. They're pretty similar, but the play is in the 2-3-6 will. So you definitely want to use this formation. Like I said, similar to 1-4-6, similar to dollar, but you're going to get the best looping animation out of this 2-3-6 will. So now before we get into the actual play, you do want you're like a really fast linebacker here. So I have Von Miller in the spot for the Rams. You want a guy with, in my opinion, good speed, good acceleration, but also good pursuit. I think that pursuit rating is important for this as well. Now, the play we want to take a look at here, remember I said this is going to be basically a three-man looping kind of nano blitz, right? It's called Edge Blitz 3. So you see that linebacker on that blitzing angle. It's like a looping angle that he goes to the outside, right? So it really, really is great because you can play so much coverage out of this. Whether you want to use the double Mabel defense, you want to make some adjustments, you want to man some guys up. You can have pretty much, 7 to 8 guys in coverage with only this 3-man rush. You can keep it 4, and then we're also going to mix in keeping that blitzing slot DB on the right there to get a little extra pressure. But the main key to this is that looping linebacker there. So, like I said, you just want to make sure you utilize that looping linebacker, have your fastest guy there. We'll get into the play now. I'm just going to come on a random bunch play. As you know, everyone pretty much runs bunch. So, here we take a look at it here. Now, what I like to do is, not too many adjustments at all for this, right? So, first, we're going to put our slot DB in coverage. This guy over here blitzing, if I can get to him. Burgess right here. This guy blitzing. Sometimes you can keep him blitzing, and we'll get into that. But, originally, we want to keep this a simple blitz, right? So I'm gonna put him in I'm gonna put him in a vertical hook for now, but you can double Mabel if you want. You can shade underneath, then put him in a curl flat. You can man him up on the slot receiver. I like to do a lot. The only other adjustments I like to make is contain. So to do that, you press RB on Xbox or R1 on PlayStation, and then I'm always gonna use with this linebacker here the opposite linebacker of the looper, right? So I want to put him in a blitz angle though, just because it helps my user a little bit better when they're in a blitz angle. And I'm going to rush for about a second, just so maybe the offensive line sees me for like a second or two. Then I'm immediately going to jump back in coverage, all right? So, now, when we hike the ball here, watch Von Miller. Now, he doesn't always come in, for like a free sack, right? But he gets this crazy loop animation off that right edge where it really forces the quarterback to have to, move in the pocket. Because if you move out right at all a little bit, it's going to be tough to get out to the edge, or you're probably going to get sacked. So they really have to move into the pocket or to the left. So especially if you're playing a righty quarterback, you want that, right? You want them to try to roll out left to make it difficult to throw the ball. So let's go ahead and run it here. And you see there, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. Von Miller didn't come free, but because he did so much to the offensive line, forcing us outside, that guy in the inside just came in free, untouched right there. He really got a quick shed animation off the right tackle here. Look at that. Boom, 1-2. That's the glitchy thing about this. Von Miller doesn't always come, but you're going to get these glitchy block sheds out of this defense, which makes it so... And even if I try to roll out here, like Von Miller has that leverage where he's going to get to the outside, right? That's what makes this defense so effective, and why you see all the pros running it at this point in the year. So let's go ahead and set it up again here. Gonna go ahead and hike it. Try to roll out a little bit. You see Von Miller, he's coming around that edge, so we don't always get the animation, but that block shed, and we have that great coverage, remember? So even if they sit in the pocket for a couple seconds, we're getting that great shed off that edge, right? You see him here. He gets that little looping thing where he goes around to the outside, and then the tackle has to pick him up, and the tackle doesn't always pick him up, like I said. So I'm just gonna run it off like a couple times here, just to give us, you know, something to work with here. Let's go ahead and contain, just like that. Yep. Here we go. And you see there, this time, same thing. Gets off that edge, but everything's covered, right? We have so much great coverage in the pocket where they can't really make a read, right? Another thing, too, is a lot of guys really love to roll out right immediately, right? You see that a lot. All these roll-out corner-type plays. Guys love to do that. So let's go ahead and try to do that here. You know, sometimes we'll go something like a double team, right? Like this. Guys will try to immediately roll out, right? And you can't do that when you have this contain from Von Miller, right? It makes it extremely difficult to roll out when you have that looping linebacker coming off that right side. So one last time here. We'll go to it. Looks just like this. That's the play art. We hot rodded the slot receiver on the right there to a zone. And let's go ahead and run it here. And you see that this time we get a free shed again. That's what makes it so glitchy, right? So if it's not Von Miller, it's Leonard Floyd there coming on the inside. Now, the one other thing that I did want to mention here is you can also keep that slot DB blitzing sometimes as well. If you really want to get some pressure, right? So I'm going to go ahead and go hard flats here. We're going to get a little pressure. Maybe I'll even cover two that right side like that, just so make it look like that. You know, you bring these safeties down the box if you have a little bit extra time. Make it look like this. Of course, we want to contain, of course, as well still. And you'll see now we should get one of these guys to come free off that right side here with all this pressure we're getting. So you see Von Miller there coming free, looping around. Now, it didn't come in the quickest as we wanted, but that's still okay. We still only sending 4 or 5 guys there. So we have plenty in coverage. Once again, looks like this. Go ahead and hike it. And you see there, this time we have Von Miller coming free off that looping edge again. I'll go take a look at the replay. Just like this. You know, so the slot DB does get picked up here. Sometimes he won't. Sometimes the slot DB will come free as well. But this time, obviously, the looping linebacker just comes in. Von Miller, easy sack on the quarterback using that pursuit rating. Now, another thing, too, is, of course, you know, we want to sometimes only send 3 guys, right? You know? So we'll put our slot DB in coverage again, right? We'll contain. But then this time, we'll also put Hollins here in a zone, right? So we can really create that double Mabel. So I'm going to go ahead and shade down. And I'm going to go ahead and put him in a curl flat. So now look at this. We have the 2 light blues hard flats, and we have the 2 curl flats. So our outsides, our sidelines are going to be completely bagged. Remember, my responsibility is going to be this middle of the field with my user. So we're going to fake rush for like a second or two, but really just relying on that 3-man rush coming from the right side, right? And you see there, it still comes in free. And we have all these guys in coverage. Only 3 guys are rushing. The D tackle, the defensive end, or the defensive end on the right here, and then we have Von Miller coming from the linebacker spot. Only 3 guys rushing. And look at that. We get beautiful shed. We have him coming up the middle. We have Von Miller off that right side. We're basically forcing him left. And we're fine with that, right? If we want to put Hollins instead of that curl flat, we can put him in a spy if they try to roll out left on us. So just one of the best defenses in the game, getting that 3-man rush at the quarterback. So hope you guys did enjoy this video. This is probably the best defense in the game right now. Make sure you guys are mixing this in. You don't have to run it every play, right? But you can create a nice scheme out of this because we have that 2-3-6 will. You know, you mix in Tampa 2, you mix in cover 3, you mix in cover 3 cloud, you know, cover 4. Mix in a lot of different defenses to go with this play, and you've given yourself a great defensive scheme to really, you know, offset some of the popular meta formations on offense as well, because this really does a really good job against bunch and trips and gun tight slots, some of the powerful passing formations that we see a lot, because you're only rushing 3 guys. It's only 3 to 5 guys usually, right? And you can get good pressure out of it. So it really, you know, forces the opponent to work. And in Madden 22, it's difficult to play defense, right, guys? And the main thing is you want to be in great coverage defense, force your opponent to work down the field, and this defense does exactly that. So hope you guys did enjoy this. Like I said, smash this with a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. I appreciate you guys so much, man. Plenty more tips on the way. Stay tuned. Until next time, your boy T Davis is out.